there's a 1 in 8 chance that a woman will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. And for Black women, we're more than likely to be diagnosed before the age of 50. Head to baptisthealth.net right now to schedule your mammogram and be on the proactive side of care. Mammograms save lives. This was awesome. Thank you for tuning in.
Hey, what's up, High Low News family? Welcome to another episode of the Can We Talk podcast, our show where we talk to dope people in the community doing dope things. And today is no different. I hope you guys are staying dry and I hope you all are safe during this hurricane season. I know we've been having back-to-back storms, so definitely wanted to say that. But we have some really good news and some really great event coming up that you could look forward to as we're working through hurricane season. And it's a really great conference that's happening in North Miami. And I'm so excited to have my next guest on because she's going to tell you all about it. She is one of the founders of the event. And so she's here to break it all down. So without further ado, I would love to welcome to the show Councilwoman Kassandra Timothe. Did I say your last name right?
It's Timothy, but it's okay.
Timothy, okay. Hey, Councilwoman, how are you?
I'm doing great. And how are you? I hope you're staying dry. As you know, there's been storms after storm coming our way, but we've been spared here in Miami. So we're doing great. So definitely hope you're staying dry and everyone else as well.
Oh, thank you. My family is doing good. I mean, I had a little cheat code. I'm not in Miami right now, so the weather is beautiful here in the Charlotte area, but definitely been saying my prayers and everything. It actually canceled my flight back home, so I stayed up here a little bit longer, so I'll be back home in a few days, but definitely just glad everything is good and it wasn't as catastrophic as the predictions were saying.
Yes, no, definitely. And to everyone in my Tampa family, hopefully you all are doing well because I am I'm a Miamian, but I did live in Tampa for 7 years. So my heart goes out to those in the central area.
No, definitely. I lived in the Bradenton area, so like a little further south of Tampa, but definitely that area has my heart as well. So I feel you on that. So just switching gears a little bit, you're here to talk about the Teach to Fish conference that you've been doing now for a couple of years. Yeah, definitely see it growing. You have some really amazing guests, and I'll let you get into all of the details of it all. But before we even dig into that, let people know, like, what is the Teach to Fish conference about?
So the Teach to Fish Know Me Business Summit is something that actually came to me while I was campaigning back in 2020. A resident came to me and was like, Kassandra, you definitely have to do something for the businesses. And I told her, well, if I'm elected, I hope to put something together for businesses so that you guys can learn about all the resources that we have here in the city. And so that is how the inception of the Teach to Fish came about. So I have to give it out to that resident, Eve Montesir, who said, hey, girl, I needed this and we got it done for her. And so from then, I realized we can give you a fish, but if we teach you how to fish, you're able to eat for longer. So that's where the that old saying, teach to fish, came about. And so this is our 3rd year hosting it. We outgrew the Scott Galvin Center, so we had to take it over to the Coven Center because last year we had over 500 attendees attend this. Yeah, thank you. The first year was a little slim, but the second year we gassed it up a bit. And so what's different about our Teach to Fish Business Summit is that it's all the resources, right? It's how to do business with the city, how to, work with different procurement departments and register to be a vendor with the city. Because a lot of people miss that opportunity by just registering as a vendor with the city. Yeah. What we do is I also bring in industry leaders. So let's say you want to talk to an attorney, you can sit down for 30 minutes and talk to an attorney. You can sit down for 30 minutes and schedule a meeting with the CPA. So we bring the resources to you that day. Do you need someone to help you put together a business plan? Well, you can sit down with, we call them technical assistance providers that will be there throughout the whole entire day, providing that one-on-one counseling that you may not want to ask that question in a public setting, but we'll have those resources available to you so you can schedule those appointments. And of course, with amazing sessions with amazing, speakers and business profile speakers and advisors in their field. So it is definitely something that I put my heart and soul into, to make sure that we're giving, it's not just your ordinary come and learn or hear somebody talk about their resume. No, we're really here to teach businesses how to thrive.
No, I really, really love that. And I didn't know that it was like these breakout sessions and these consultation sessions, which is, as an entrepreneur myself, like that is so helpful. So
Mhm.
kudos to you for being intentional and really like thinking about what an entrepreneur needs. Like for you, are you an entrepreneur? Do you have a business background? Because I'm like, what made you say, hey, like it's almost like you knew what a business would need.
Right. So it kind of goes back to me working at the city. So when I worked at the city for about 5 years prior to being elected, it was my job to inform the public, hey, what's going on, right? You have to market the city, market all our events, tell people what was happening. And of course, there's always this communication gap because people just don't know. And so when I got elected, now I am the face of the city, and I'm like still doing the same thing as my old job, but just doing it in a way that's more intentional. So I wanted to make sure that we reached the folks and told them, hey, this is what this is. This is how you get it. For instance, one of my success stories for the Teach to Fish is Pretty Healthy Cafe. She attended the first year. She attended all the sessions. She said, hey, I'm going to open up a business in North Miami. And sure enough, she did. She applied for a CRA grant. And now we have Pretty Healthy Cafe here in the city of North Miami.
Oh, pretty healthy.
Oh,
Love it.
and as someone who started a business, and I'm still kind of, getting my ducks in a row, I realized there's a lot of things that I didn't know as a small business owner as well. Like, making sure you have your CTR, your BTR, your CU, if you have an actual location, and just making sure you have all your licenses with Miami-Dade County. And one thing that we did as well is that we raffled off a free certificate of use or business tax receipt for businesses in North Miami who don't pay that business tax receipt or certificate of use, because it is kind of expensive. Some people just think, oh, I register on Sunbiz, so I have a business, right? But no, it's further than that. It's having those different licenses. It's having those different certifications. So this year, what we did was I invited other cities to come in and be a part of it as well, because it's not just here in North Miami. So we have City of Miami Procurement Department coming, City of North Miami Beach, Miami Gardens, so that you can learn how to do business with their cities as well. And we're glad to have the county come as well to talk about all their resources to making sure that you guys are, businesses are thriving, they have their certifications, and that they're learning how to get this money out here, because there is money to be made, right?
Yes,
There's grants to be given. And the Miami Bayside Foundation has a couple of success stories from attending in prior years where they were able to fund businesses, low interest loans to kickstart your business. So that is something that is, I'm just trying to bring the folks the information and try to break those barriers, because there's such a communication barriers and folks just don't know like how much resources we have out there.
No, that's so true. And I'm glad you even spoke on a procurement process, because I was going to ask you, was that a part of it? Because just as a business owner myself, I just recently this year got into like trying to get government contracts and understanding
Mhm.
what certifications I need to get and what compliance I need to have. Is that also too a part of it, like making sure your
Yes,
business is ready to do business with government? Because that's
yes,
why a lot of people don't do it, because there are certain things you have to have in place, but it's not hard. So
it
do
really
you
isn't.
guys go through that?
Yes, we do. And that's why I invited other procurement leaders as well, so that they can also, teach other business leaders about what their procurement departments. But most of them are technically the same. Like, you definitely want to have your licenses. You definitely want to have those procedures in place and those your documentations in place in order to do business, because it is definitely a missed opportunity. Like, you'll be surprised. Like, even if we're having a city event and you can, provide popcorn or candy machine, or if you have cotton candy, like just the minimal, you can begin to do businesses with this city, other cities, and of course to grow yourself. So, and this year, sometimes you gotta have a draw. That's why we have Timbaland as our headliner, to make sure the people, are excited, right? You want them to be inspired by someone that's a wow factor. So we're great to have Timbaland come on board to inspire our businesses so that they can thrive and reach their next level.
Well, that was a great transition, because I was going to ask you, because you have, you know, hip hop icon, superstar. Timbaland coming to the summit. So tell us about that, how that came to be, and why did you choose Timbaland to come to be to the Teach the Fish Business Summit?
So we actually were in a pickle. So the dates were already locked and set for another date, and we had our speaker for that date. But I realized it was a Jewish holiday, and I do represent an area that has a lot of Jewish. So my bad to the Jewish community. Happy Rosh Hashanah for those who are celebrating. So we had to change the date, and so definitely we had to scramble, of course, in finding a speaker. And so when Timberland's folks were say that he was available, we're like, hey, let's take it and run with it. I know my girl Kanasha had him before with BPN, but we just, we had to take him to North Miami too. So the fact that Timbaland was available was a great hit. Last year we had Dougie Fresh. I mean, Timbaland has been doing amazing things in the business industry and taking himself to the next level with Verses and so forth and all his business ventures. So I'm excited to learn about all the things that he has, that he was able to build and deliver on in terms of just expanding himself beyond just entertainment. He definitely has a business profile that I'm sure folks are going to be excited to hear about.
Yes, I'm like, it's Timbaland. So of course I'm like, I just want to know what he has going on. So I think that's going to be really, really cool. I see here there's programming happening over a 3-day span. So tell us about the different days and programming and what people can expect.
Yeah, so it's 3 different days and it's 4 different locations. So I just want to make sure folks are aware when they are registering on Eventbrite. So Wednesday, we kick it off with our opening reception at Nomi Village. And that's from 5, I think, to 8 p.m. It's a kickoff receptions. We have all of our different partners. We're partnering with Black Professional Network. And this is just a networking mixer, something, to get you guys warmed up and in a networking setting. And we'll have different, our partners will be there as well. So like our CRA will be there to provide information about, applying for grants through our CRA. And then, of course, we'll have some chambers presence as well, so that if you want to be a member of the chamber or even join BPN, of course, you can do so on that day. And then on Thursday and Friday, we take it over to the Coven Center all day. We'll be at FIU Biscayne Bay from 8 to 5. Registration opens up at 8. The conference kicks off at 9. And we'll be there from 9 to 5 with jam-packed sessions, of course. Every day there's a luncheon. So on Thursday and Friday, there's a luncheon. And then we're going to have an amazing real estate panel with Jonathan Cyprian, Larry Spring. We have, I think, Kayvon Webster confirmed as well. So just learning about how they were able to build their equity. The theme this year is build your equity, cast your net, build your equity. So we definitely want businesses to, cast your net, get more fishes, right? But then of course they build and expand upon what you're doing. And then Friday night, we close it off with a closing mixer, and we're taking the closing mixer to the Cave in North Miami. So definitely want to, I was intentional about making sure that we highlight a lot of our businesses here in North Miami and some of our, our hot spots in North Miami. So definitely wanted to give them that FaceTime. And of course, our opening and our closing is taking place on Northwest 7th Ave. And then of course we'll be on Biscayne Bay for the conference.
Love it. And I love Nomi Village and the Cave. So, and I went to FIU at the North Campus. So familiar with all of the North Miami. I feel like it's like my second stomping ground. So
right?
Definitely love North Miami. And so tell us, what day is Timbaland coming? Like, is it going to be a Q&A panel? Is he like a highlighted speaker? Like, what is that going to be like?
Yeah, so Timbaland will be there Friday, the 18th, and he'll be there at noon for our luncheon speaker. So that's taking place, I think, at 11:30. So definitely get your ticket on Eventbrite before they are sold out for Friday. But yes, Timbaland will be taking the stage on Friday, the 18th, for our keynote. And I think it's a one-on-one panel. We'll definitely have a couple of presentations, but he'll just be there talking, and then we'll answer a few questions. And of course, Timbaland, he's not performing, y'all. He's just here to speak. So if he wants to do a little battle with me, if he wants the verses, then maybe I'll spit a little something.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And like she said, it says speaker very big on the flyer, people.
Right.
And so you mentioned like getting tickets. So tell us what that situation is like. So if I want to attend, what do I need to do? What does it cost? Let people know like how they are able to attend.
Yeah, so we have a website dedicated for our Teach the Fish website. You can go to nomibusinesssummit.org and you can get your ticket on Eventbrite. If you're a North Miami resident or business owner, it is free for you to attend. Limited seatings are available, so make sure you register now. If you would like to attend, it's $10 per day. If you're not a North Miami resident or business, not a North Miami resident or business owner, so it is free for you all. Limited seating applies. Not free. It's not a free for all, y'all. It's not a free for all. We have to count those seats. But and it's $10 after. So looking forward to
Wow, that
seeing
is
you.
very affordable. Like, talk about that because a lot of these conferences, especially ones that I see popping up, big conferences around the country, like they're hundreds of dollars to be able to attend and,
Mhm.
get, a sliver of this type of information like that you could actually practically use like the next day.
Mhm.
So talk to us about the pricing structure or strategy behind that because it seems like you want it to be affordable in a way that people can be able to be accessible to a lot of people.
Yes. I tell people working in government, we are not we're not the pro profit sector. We are here as we're the servants. We're here to serve, and we have a $214 million budget in the city of North Miami. So I said, hey, let me be intentional about taking a little slither, less than 1% of that, and putting it aside to host the summit. So it's my, it's our gift to the community. So that's why it's free for North Miami residents and businesses to attend. And of course, we have expenses and we've had amazing sponsors like FPL come in, Solomia and other folks who come in and sponsor certain items. And that's how we're able to do the free giveaways for the
Nice.
different licenses and stuff. So it's definitely a labor of love. And thank you for the whole entire team. Shout out to the team that's been working every week with me, especially after having mommy brain, because they know that brain fog is real. But I have an amazing team this year that has just been putting in the work week after week and helping me push this along. So, it started just with the three of us. It was me, my assistant, and one other marketing professional. Like
Wow.
the first year, we're literally 2 o'clock in the morning putting tables together, getting banners up, and to see a full production team 3 years later, it's amazing.
Well, congratulations to you. Like I've been watching it over the years and seeing the growth. So
Thank you.
definitely, excited to see. And hopefully one of these years I'll be able to attend the conference the
Yes,
day
and
because
you
of
be
work
a
with my travel
speaker. You
schedule.
gotta have
I
you could have
I
had the high
know.
flow news sections, giving interviews on spot. With that, we'll make sure
Next
we
year
do
for sure,
for
because I'm like,
sure.
when I saw the date, I said, "Dang it, it just missed me." Like my travel dates, it doesn't line up. But next year for sure. But I was like, I definitely wanted to make sure I had you on the show this year
Thank
because
you.
I know we were posting about it, but I want to make sure that we actually did an interview and inform the community on what's going on. So thank you again for coming on the show. And before I let you leave, just want to give you another opportunity to give another plug about
Yeah.
the conference, where how people can get tickets, all of that good stuff.
All righty, all righty. Well, if you're not following the Know Me Business Summit on Facebook and Instagram, make sure you do that because that's where we have all of our information. You can also go online at knowmebusinesssummit.org to find out more information about the third annual Teach to Fish Know Me Business Summit featuring Timbaland as our keynote speaker on Friday, October 18th. The summit kicks off Wednesday at Know Me Village on October 16th with a opening reception, and then we'll be at FIU Biscayne Bay campus for the next 2 days on Thursday and Friday, and then we're going to close it off at the Cave in North Miami. So if you don't have it on your calendar, October 16th, 17th, 18th, please, please, please make sure it's on there. And of course, just don't keep it for yourself. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor, and tell a future business owner about how they can learn how to teach to fish at the North Miami Business Summit.
Love it. And if you're looking at the screen, we were putting up the flyers with the
Yay.
information, but also to like Councilwoman Cassandra said, you could go to the North Miami Instagram, also to her Instagram page has it as well. So you could get this information. And Councilwoman Cassandra, let people know how they could follow you, how they could connect with you. And if you have any things coming up after this, please feel free to
Yeah,
share that
thank
with
you.
us.
Will do, will do. You can definitely follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Councilwoman KT, Kassandra Timothe, on all my platforms. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, and on LinkedIn as well. Of course, the plug in, you can always DM or send us a request in the message, and we'll definitely plug and connect with you as well. So yeah, thank you, Janey, for having us. It was an honor to be on the High Low News, and I hope to be back soon.
No, definitely. I appreciate it, guys. You got to make sure that you get to this summit. Such gems there, such amazing information. And like Councilwoman said, like you don't get this everywhere, and the value that you're getting for free if you live in the city or just $10 a day. Like, man, I'm about to like see what can I switch up because I want to get to this.
No, I feel you. I feel you.
No, it's amazing. You know, as a matter of fact, let me see. I think I will hold up. I got confused a little bit because it's the 16th. Okay, I'm definitely in town on the 17th and the 18th. So I'm gonna pull up on you.
Okay, pull up, sis. Pull
Yes,
up.
do some on-site coverage, and I finally get a chance
Yeah.
to see it in action. But thank you so much for coming on the Can We
No,
Talk
thank you.
podcast. Guys, if please make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube. If you're watching it here, make sure you like and subscribe, comment, share. That helps us in the algorithm so we can continue doing what we do and reach more people. Also, too, for our loyal followers, we have exclusive content on our website and our email newsletter. So head to highlowNewsMiami.com to sign up for our newsletter today to get all of our exclusive content. And we'll see you guys next time. This has been another amazing show of the Can We Talk podcast. Make sure you are at the Teach the Fish North Miami Business Summit that's happening the 16th through the 18th. Guys, it's amazing information. You do not want to miss it. And tell them that High Low News sent you. Thank you again, Councilwoman Kassandra. You're now part of the family for real, for real. So
Yes,
please
girl,
come
we
back.
cousins.
Yes, come back anytime you have information that you need to share with the community or, profiles or even recommend people from the North Miami
Will
community
do.
because I want to make sure that we strengthen that relationship with North
For
Miami.
sure, for sure. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Janey.
See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.